Hey guys, Bill here with the Panic Perspective. So glad you could join me. We're going to be talking about a very, very important topic today. In fact, this topic is a cornerstone to recovery and growth. I would venture to say that this one topic will make the difference for a lot of people in terms of reclaiming their life or being trapped in kind of this perpetual cycle of wanting to get better and having that slip away from them. So I want to dive right in. I'm going to ask you a question right off the bat. And the question is, who or what is causing your anxiety and depression? Who or what is causing your anxiety or depression? Let's face it, life is stressful. You've got things coming at you from all directions. Whether it's school or family or work or relationships, it's just challenging. We all know that, right? I don't have to explain that to you. I'm preaching to the choir. Those things and the interaction between those things and how you interact with those things can bring up a lot of stress, which can then be amplified and turn into anxiety, which can in turn be amplified and turn into full-blown panic, which can then lead to a depression. It's really, really easy for me to point at the things that were causing me anxiety. It was very easy for me to do that. Again, they were all around me. However, when I finally went and talked to somebody about this, and they had kind of this picture book of pages that would fold over one at a time. One of the last pages before the answer page asked, "Who is causing your anxiety?" And I thought to myself, well, yeah, I've got a million different answers to that. And then the page flipped, and in big, bold letters, the word "you" was spelled out right in front of me. And I thought to myself, me? I'm causing the anxiety? I'm causing the panic? I'm causing the depression? And for just a minute, I was shocked until it became just completely obvious. Now, I think a lot of us innately or maybe culturally want to try to shift the responsibility. You know, I've got young children, and immediately when I ask them who left this mess out, they'll all point their finger at the other person, and it's just part of our culture. It's part of an innate, I think, responsibility of not wanting to take responsibility for what's going on. And part of the maturity process has to do with being able to take responsibility. The moment that I truly owned that I was the one who was at fault for causing my anxiety and causing my depression, it changed everything. It was horrible news to find out that it was me all along. But it was wonderful news, and it was empowering news, because if I'm the one that's causing it, then I'm the one who can change it. That is a crucial concept, not just to grasp, because grasping it is easy, but to own that you are causing your anxiety, your depression, and because of that, you can change that. Now, I'm not saying that you're not in a difficult circumstance. I'm not saying that you're not in relationships that are challenging. I'm not saying that when you go into work and your boss comes out and his way of interacting with you elevates your stress and your anxiety levels. I'm not saying that that is not happening and that those are not triggers. However, it's the way that you process that information. It's the way that you Process what is happening that creates your anxiety and creates your depression. Somebody else could have the same interaction with the same person and not process it in the same way. So, if right now you're if you're feeling like this is bad news, that's okay. It's great news. And this is the cornerstone that you're going to be building your recovery off of. That you and no one other than you is causing your anxiety and is causing your depression. And fully knowing that and fully owning that and fully grasping that may be a process that you have to reclaim literally on a daily basis so that you can get better. Without this cornerstone, you're stuck. Because every single time somebody that comes along who doesn't see those social boundaries and so crosses and steps all over your boundaries or across your boundaries, probably oftentimes without even intentionally trying to do so, you are going to react in a way that's going to raise your anxiety level. Every single time a circumstance comes along, and it may be a minor circumstance or it could be a major circumstance. Let's face it, right now in life, there are lots of major circumstances, from losing loved ones to losing jobs, losing income. These are major things. But if you're not in charge of who is causing your anxiety and your depression, then you will blow in the wind and you will be at the effect of every single person and situation that comes along. Not a very solid foundation to build a life on. So I want you to say to yourself, if you're willing to, I'm not trying to force anybody to do anything, but if you're willing to, I want you to say to yourself, I'm the one causing my anxiety and depression. I accept that. I take full responsibility for that. And in turn, I take full responsibility for my recovery. And I'm hopeful and excited for the life that I want and the life I'm going to build off of this cornerstone. Thank you for joining me today. Grateful to have you. Always grateful to be of service to you. I'm going to be doing my best to be transparent and vulnerable in a way that will be of service to you. Thank you so much and have a great day.